well-defined and effective networks. So for competencies of an HRD manager, high degree of communication and listening skills. So as a manager, you should be able to have skills in listening, because how well you listen has a major impact on the job effectiveness and on the quality of your relationships with others, as well as with your employees or subordinates. And then another one is negotiation skills. So as an HRD manager, you should be a good negotiator, wherein you should always look for the win-win situation when negotiating. So win-win situation for both parties. And then leadership skills, or what we call the soft skills, or interpersonal or people skills. And this includes communication skills, listening skills, and empathy. And then performance management. So an HRD or human resource development manager should need to know how to identify the strengths and areas for improvement of his or her employees and turn this into specific personal development learning plans. Another one is conflict resolution. So in an organization, hindi natin maiiwasan yung mga differences because we are unique individuals. We have different values, ideas. Katulad po dito na lang sa klase natin. So, as a human resource development manager, you should also recognize and resolve conflicting needs. So there is a need to recognize first the conflicting needs to be able to resolve those needs. And then another one is the ability to recognize crucial gaps in staffing and performance. Next one is willingness to study and understand internal processes. So increasing productivity through operational efficiency is a strategic move that is necessary for positive growth on the organization. Next one are the responsibilities of HRD manager. First one is to plan, evaluate, and implement training and development courses and programs for employees that align with human resources and overall organization goals. And then to conduct or arrange for ongoing and periodic training. Next one, to analyze training needs to develop new training programs or modify and improve existing programs. Next one is to develop training manuals, multimedia visual aids, and other educational materials for trainings. And then we move on to human resource development in educational institution. So here is an example of a strategic human resource development division, the key result areas, and then the major outputs. So for professional development, some major outputs would be operational layup in the region, operational or functional professionals, develop systems and training and career development programs, scholarship program policies and guidelines, operational PTIS or training development information system, and then partnerships with teacher training institutions. So for performance management, some major outputs are performance management systems and guidelines, performance management system implementation, reward and recognition programs. For career development, plans and programs, and then the career paths. For employee welfare, and then succession and exit. Major outputs are systems, policies, and guidelines in preparing succession plans, and creating candidate pools for the succession. And then policies and guidelines on leadership development programs and retirement programs. And then for technical assistance on human resource, the needs and plans. So in educational institutions or in schools, the human resource development managers are the administrators or the school heads. So according to Dr. Alan Macaraeg, a professor somewhere in Pangasinan, there are merong myths na na-encounter in schools. So the first myth is there is no time. So for school heads or administrators, ang daming responsibilities, ang daming trabaho. So they think there is no time to develop their employees. But the question of time really comes down to the management style of the administrator or school head. So he should ask himself how much time does he spend in checking up on his people or on his teachers. But it is a myth na there is no time. So it depends on the management style. He should always find time. And then myth number 2, I'll lose my job or I'll lose my team. So some administrators or leaders fear that grooming someone so well would put them in line for their own job. Parang natatakot sila na pwede silang ma-replace sa kanilang position. Or if you get really good at coaching and developing people, you could lose them to another department or company. So naglulok sila for better opportunities. And it is true, but administrators or managers, human resource development managers, should also understand that growth for the team is also a growth for you or for them. And then myth number 3, development is the employee's responsibility. It is partly true, but the employees are responsible for driving their careers. But as managers, we should be collaborators, and we should help them unlock their creativity and purposefulness. And then next one, in developing employees, establishing a coaching relationship with the employees. And coaching employees is a highly collaborative process. And that collaboration begins by intentionally designing the relationship, making mutual agreements about what you'll be focusing on. And then as HRD managers, we can adopt the GROW model, which would help us and the employees clarify the initial goals, assess what's currently happening, and then identify potential roadblocks. And it also helps the people to brainstorm opportunities and resources for growth. So this model, the GROW model, offers a great set of open-ended questions. And some of the questions are, so for goals, what would you like to achieve? And then for realities, what's the rate in your progress towards your goal? And then for options, what possibilities do you see for action? And then for the will, what are your next steps? So to keep trust high in developing or coaching, your employees' process needs to be health-enabled. So this means that the details about your conversations are not to be shared. But the results, of course, can be shared.
Can you give examples? Those information that you shared.
So yung sa katulad po doon sa RPM, natakal sa RPMS rollout po natin last time, na yung results lang po yung pinipresent natin sa ating mga evaluators or the school heads. But yung process po natin is confidential po yun. Only the results can be presented to them. And then demonstrating the cornerstones of coaching. Okay. So first one is be curious for new perspective and ideas, and then let the employee lead. So people do best by sourcing themselves about the choices they make, and they need a lot of autonomy. And then the job of the manager is to help the employees discover where their goals and values and priorities. And then coach the whole person. This means that the life-work or work-life merge is not only relevant but crucial to engagement and satisfaction. If someone is challenged by family needs or even a crisis, the impacts on their ability to perform in the workplace maybe becomes negative. And then for developing employees, inspiring learning through conversation. There are 3 core development conversations: the awareness, vision conversation, and reflection conversation. For awareness, one of the most important features in awareness conversations is keeping things open and supporting your employees' process of discovery and self-awareness. So, as a manager, take a look back over your employees' careers to get a current and accurate read on what they are, what they've accomplished, and what inspires them, and what they do well. In turn, the information you gather can be used to guide their goals and future actions. And then vision conversation. This is where you help your people connect that self-awareness with the big picture to identify next steps and right actions for growth. So vision conversations are exploratory and encourage people to come up with the next steps on their own. And then reflection conversation. These are really about creating a pause in the action to anchor learning and growth and results. So it's about assessment, acknowledgement, and appreciation of results. So you don't have to be a superhuman to coach, just human. As long as you build trust, inspire learning and expertise, and a purposefulness that benefits you, your people, and your organization, you can be a good manager or coach. And then to end my report, here is a quotation from Abraham Lincoln. If I had 9 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 6 sharpening my axe. That would be all.